Ah, so you are back. Besides the ones that come.
It's a garlic soufflé, Moldavian style. The innkeeper nods at you.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
These avocados. A narrow stream of viscous, gooey, grimy sludge oozes its way down the hillside. You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo. You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo. A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo. That didn't do anything. It does. You grab a handful of rocks. You grab a handful of rocks. You grab a handful of rocks. You manage to knock a few of the rocks loose from the pile, although the remaining stones still dam up the pool. You knock some more rocks loose. The pile is definitely loosening. That last throw did it. The rock pile has collapsed and goo is oozing down from the pool. Phew! A gruesome, horribly slathering monster just wandered by without seeing you. And did he look hungry?
I believe I am on the verge of a major discovery. It came to me last night. I believe that there is a formula which can be used to create a rehydration solution. Such a solution could be used to restore fluidity to any substance or object that has become prematurely dry. If we can but manufacture Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution in sufficient quantities, we could rehydrate the great Shapirian Desert. Of course, there are a few small bugs to be worked out. It would take most of the water in the world's oceans to make that much solution. Then there is the tiny snag that I have not been able to remember the formula since awakening from the dream.
You say hello to the scientist.
You are always welcome in my laboratory. However, I do wish you would wipe your shoes a little more carefully before entering.
You relate the tale of your journey to Shapir, and how you saved 2 cities from the evil vizier Ad-Avis and his elemental minions.
Now you are talking science. The elements are the building blocks of every everything in nature. I am sure I have never heard of anyone constructing creatures purely of a single element, but it certainly makes scientific sense. You say this Adavis referred to a dark master here in Moldavia? I am sure I have never heard of such a one here. There are rumors of strange goings-on in the castle, but I do not credit such tales without scientific observation to back them up. I have been feeling a bit dehydrated lately. It is this dry mountain air. Perhaps when I complete my rehydration solution, I can do something about the problem. It is very important to understand the relationships of the scientific elements. Earth, air, fire, water, and pizza. Everything we know is made up of one or more of these elements. If you want, here you are, one freshly brewed healing drink. Here you are, one freshly brewed... you need my world-famous rehydration solution. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the elemental formula of its main ingredient. Perhaps you can help. Yes, that sounds just right. By the way, I could use some goo for one of my experiments. It would be most kind if you could bring me some when you return for the rehydration solution. I have your rehydration solution all ready. I will be happy to exchange it for a flask of goo. When you bring me the goo, I will give you your solution.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course! I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one. The scientist never fails to observe nature. Why, if I had not gone on an observation trip in the forest, I would never have found that garden with all the rare and exotic flora. The forest outside of town is quite a fascinating area. The trees are primarily deciduous with the occasional conifer. A wide variety of fauna inhabits the forest, providing great opportunities for scientific research and occasionally excitement of other kinds. There is a beautiful garden in the forest southeast of town. It contains several varieties of plants and trees that cannot be found anywhere else in this region. I had some fascinating experimental results with the bush I dug up there. Unfortunately, I was not able to keep it alive in captivity. There used to be a bush that grew 7 different types of blossoms in the garden. There is still a tree that provides fruit in a very peculiar cycle. There are also many beautiful flowers and plants growing there. I am convinced that the garden must have been intentionally planted, as it contains specimens that are not native to this region. Whoever planted it clearly did not understand the basic tenets of ecology. Fortunately, few of the spores have spread to the wider forest so far. I have come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experimental use. Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution should be a shoo-in for the alchemical innovation of the animal ward. It contains the prime essence of the element of water in a perfectly condensed form. Oh, I do seem to be a little careless in keeping track of my scientific formulae. I have them all written down somewhere. I think it was in the margins of one of my books here. I spent some time in Spielberg last summer. Everyone there kept talking about some hero who did some sort of noble deeds there. You would think that they could find more excitement in the modern accomplishments of science. There seemed to be quite an infestation of baby Antwerps there for some reason. I took advantage of the opportunity to capture a number of them in very blunt cages for my experiments. The Baron did not even charge me very much for them. That is terrific! This is just what I need for my experiments! As I promised, here is your rehydration solution.
Dr. Cranium's patented rehydration solution bears a suspicious resemblance to a flask of ordinary water. You say goodbye.
Be sure to let me know of any scientific discoveries you should make here in Moldavia. Rehydration may prove to be a crucial step on the way to an even more important discovery: instant water.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly.
Very wet be I, very wet and very alive. Glad am I to be alive, happy thanks I give. Careful you should be, dangerous berries. Feed the guard or destroy it to find the secret passage down.
In the desiccated rug and spreads to the curtains and the furniture. You'd better get out of here quickly. You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react.
If Igor get big hero job, can he be pyromaniac too? Nice fire.
You tell why you burned the monastery.
Next time, bring Igor marshmallows. That smoke make Igor want to start coughing. Little graveyard humor there. Building rock, not burn other buildings. Bad building, burn. Good. Give Igor heebie-jeebies. If Igor be adventurer, can Igor be arsonist too?
The strangest thing happened. Someone broke into the old monastery and burned the place down. I don't suppose you'd know anything about this. Is it not a coincidence that I smell smoke as you draw near?
You describe the evil, the terrible evil you found within the monastery, and how you felt it was necessary to burn the place to the ground so that the evil would not spread.
Perhaps I should learn to value your judgment. It is a good thing the place is destroyed. I keep having this suspicion that you will be getting into even more trouble than you have already. It seems to be your nature. There are rumors that you have entered the monastery before. It was a bad place, and it is good that it is now gone. It looks as if most of the inside was pretty much burned away. It is no great loss to the town and a vast improvement. Good luck.
I heard that someone burned down the old monastery. Isn't it strange how you were seen around that building recently? So, you haven't been eaten yet. We'll see how long you last traipsing about everywhere when you should be staying in this nice, safe town.
Tell Olga about what you've been doing in Moldavia.
And be sure and keep me informed. I need to know everything that goes on around here. Someone's got to have a clue after all. What would you like to know about? I have heard tell you were seen near the monastery not long after the folks noticed the fire. I'm not saying you did it, but I'm glad you did. And that place was a menace to our town. You take care. Don't want to see your funeral. You hate that walk to the cemetery. As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
Hello.
Two and two make six.
A little bush is in a fix. If you save a plant from goo, I can help you with a clue. 6 and 7 make 13. Plant it in a garden green. Flowers bloom and waters flow. Plant the bush where it will grow.
No one seems to be listening. You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area. You have come to a beautiful garden. Someone has dug a large hole there, perhaps removing a bush or a small tree. You plant the bonsai in the hole and scrape some of the rich soil around it. In moments, the bush begins to grow and blossom before your eyes. The stream is wider and slower at this point. It almost looks like a small pond. The fruit tree is laden with luscious-looking fruits of many kinds. It must be one of the rare mixed fruit trees. You take a drink of the cool water. It tastes like wild strawberries. You discover 30 crowns hidden there. You accept it as a gift from Irana. As you approach the tree, the fruit vanishes. Must be that low-calorie kind.
Hi there! 3 and 3 and 3 make 9. Who lives among the watery brine? Fishy, squishy riddles make. Tell me now, who's in the lake? One and 2 and 3 make 6. Who hides her hut behind trick sticks? Magic message, bushes here, in the ride with disappear.
No one's... Phew! A gruesome, horribly slathering monster just wandered by without seeing you. And did he look hungry? Phew!
Hello there. Could you help me? This water is so cold and I need someone to help warm me. Why don't you come to my arms so that I can give you a real greeting? Surely a hero like you will help someone like me. Please, take my hand. I am the Rusalka. Please, take my hand and help me. If you take my hand, I'll be happy to show you what the lake is like. If you take my arms, I'll be happy to talk to you about anything you'd like.
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
It's so nice here in the water. Why don't you join me?
You offer the Rusalka some of the candy you purchased in town.
Candy? For me? Oh, thank you. It wouldn't be right to drown you after you've been so kind. No one has been kind to me for as long as I can remember. Thank you. That's really very sweet. You are the kindest man I know.
You tell the Rusalka about some of your previous adventures.
Gee, you've done a lot to get rid of monsters and things. You don't think I'm some kind of monster, do you? I mean, just because I'm undead and drown people, you don't think I'm bad. It is lonely being a Rusalka. Anytime anyone nice comes along, I pull him into the lake and drown him. Once he's drowned, he's not much company, I'm afraid. I've been a Rusalka for so long, I've forgotten. This lake is surrounded on 3 sides by steep mountains. To the southwest it merges with a swamp. The lake is not a safe place for you to swim. Many unpleasant things lurk in the deep water. The swamp is definitely a creepy place. Dead things lie under the water and try to drag the living underneath. Kinda sounds like my job description, doesn't it? Well, the things in the swamp are a whole lot nastier than I am, so be careful out there. I stay far away from them. They crawled into the lake from the swamp one day. Ugh, they remind me of worms and give me the creeps. I don't know much about the forest. I can't leave my lake, so I don't get around there much.
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
I don't really know. I've been here for such a long time now. I mean, it's not like I can go anywhere. I can't leave the lake. It's my job to drown anyone who comes to the lake. That's what being a Rusalka is all about. I think I remember the town. I must have lived there once. Other than the fact it's somewhere to the northeast, I guess I can't tell you much about it. Please, come visit me again sometime. It's nice to have a friend to talk to.
It doesn't matter. You pick some flowers and put them away. You grab a hand. You grab. You. You. You grab. You. You. You grab a handful. You. After some rest, you feel better. You grab. You grab. You grab. You grab. You. 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 You grab. You grab. You grab. You grab. You grab. You grab. You. You. You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest. You. 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 You do not have